Welcome to Mental Matrix. Every woman has her own quiet way of evaluating a man. It's not about his face, his wallet, or even how confident he is outside the bedroom. It's revealed in what he does when things get intimate, those raw, unguarded moments where the truth about him comes out. Here's the surprise. Most men fail this test without ever knowing it. But the rare ones who pass, they become the men she remembers, admires and craves long after. This is for the men willing to understand that truth and live it. The rare kind of man. There's a certain man who touches a woman not to show off, not to collect points and not to seek approval, but simply because he enjoys giving. He finds joy in her pleasure without needing to be in the spotlight. That kind of man is rare. Why? Because too many men turn intimacy into a performance. If she reacts loudly, they feel strong. If she doesn't, they feel insecure. That's not connection, it's ego dressed up as desire. The men women truly respect understand that real giving is quiet. It's not about fancy moves, it's about presence. When a man pays attention to her experience instead of how he's being judged, he steps out of his ego and into awareness. She feels this shift not just in her body, but in her mind. Suddenly she's not just someone he's with. She's the center of the entire moment. Studies back this up. When a woman feels her partner is tuned in, not just touching her body, but matching her energy, her emotional brain relaxes. When she feels safe emotionally, the physical experience becomes far more intense. Her respect grows roots because she knows this man sees her, not just uses her. And the most magnetic part, he's not giving to get something back. He gives because that's who he is. That kind of grounded confidence is unforgettable. Listening without words, most men hear what a woman says. Few listen to what she's telling them without speaking. Her body language, the slight stiffness in her shoulders, the rhythm of her breath, the way her hips shift. These are her signals. They tell the truth about her comfort, her desire, her boundaries. A man who notices these cues becomes more than a lover. He becomes her safe place. Science shows the emotional brain reacts to non-verbal signals faster than to spoken words. When a man pays attention to her body's reactions, he's connecting with her on a primal level. He's saying without words, "I'm here. I see you. I'm tuned in." Most men miss this because they're focused on their own performance. But the man who slows down, feels, and responds intuitively becomes impossible to forget. He knows when to pause not because she asked, but because her body told him. He knows when to go deeper not because she demanded, but because she felt safe enough to open. That's what builds real trust. When her limits are honored without her having to spell them out, she relaxes completely. In that calm, her desire grows naturally.
The power of slowing down. In a world addicted to speed, fast swipes, fast texts, fast hookups, nothing is more powerful than a man who takes his time. Slowing down isn't hesitation, it's control. It's the choice to be intentional with every touch, every glance, every move. It's trading rush for depth. Neuroscience shows that when both partners slow down, the nervous system shifts into a state of safety and heightened sensation. That's not just romance, it's biology. Most men rush because they fear rejection or think speed shows strength. But slowing down says something entirely different. I'm not chasing this moment. I'm creating it. When a man becomes present instead of performing, he creates stillness, a space where she can fully trust and let go. That's when the connection deepens beyond the physical. Emotional safety, the real anchor. Every woman, no matter how strong, wants emotional safety. She may test you, challenge you, or push you away, not to reject you, but to see if you bring peace. The man who gives that peace without expecting applause earns a deeper kind of respect. He's steady. He's grounded. He's there when she's vulnerable, and he never uses it against her. Research shows the most secure partners aren't the most dramatic or expressive, they're the most consistent. They don't fall apart under pressure. They don't need constant validation. They simply show up again and again in a steady way that lets her breathe easier. This kind of man doesn't need to announce his worth. She feels it in how she relaxes around him. He doesn't have to chase because she chooses him. True leadership in intimacy. Real leadership in closeness isn't about control, it's about direction. It's knowing what you want while still giving her space to feel safe, heard, and valued. The strongest men lead without ego. They're assertive, not aggressive. They make decisions but listen to feedback. They hold her firmly without making her feel trapped. In that balance between strength and softness, intimacy flourishes. She doesn't just want him, she respects him. And in a world full of loud boys pretending to be men, the quiet, steady presence of such a man is unforgettable. If you understand this, you already know average isn't enough. Become the man who's remembered not for performance, but for presence.